I'm going to link a video in the description that I implore you all to watch because it showcases that EDP is still a disgusting human being and is still a danger here on the internet. So I'll give you some time to pause this video, watch that video, and then come back here. Okay, you're probably done by now. EDP is still a disgusting predatory piece of shit, and he will never learn his lesson and will remain the same so long as he does not get the help that he so desperately needs. How the fuck does he still fall for this shit even after that massive scandal a few months ago that costed him his channel of over 3 million subscribers? It just tells me he doesn't give a fuck. He does not give a fuck whatsoever. He will still talk to underage girls without any care so long as they just tell him that they're 18 plus, or he'll have an excuse if he is caught talking to an actual underage girl inappropriately. I see people in the comments under that video I linked saying things like, well, this isn't exactly expose-worthy because he doesn't say anything too egregious like last time, and at the very least, this time, he did ask the decoy for their age, and then when he found out they were 14, he blocked them. I don't really care about that. That's not really the point, because he could have still very well been asking this decoy their age with the knowledge that they're very likely underage, but if they said they were 18 or over, he would have an easy out if they ended up being a real underage girl. If this were a real 14-year-old girl and she told him that she was 18 and he was caught talking to her, sending her sexually explicit messages, he could have been like, well, I didn't know she was 14, she told me she was 18, so you can't pin this on me this time, and he would be correct. It is so easy to just simply say you're 18 or over on the internet, because most people don't ask for any more authentication than just your word that you're 18 or over, and this is why I do not trust EDP talking to anyone in the DMs. This is why I do not want him on any form of social media anymore. He should absolutely be completely deplatformed. All social media he may still have needs to be deleted because he's still a danger here online. And it's not like he was straight away like, hey, how old are you, before we pursue any type of conversation, especially a sexually charged one. He was still a little flirty with her after she told him that she was a big fan of him, and he even told her that he dropped a big shit like he did with that other decoy. Fucking disgusting. And only then, when they were deep into a conversation, it dawned on him to ask how old she was. Unless you are 1000% sure that the person you are talking to in DMs is of legal age, you should not be exchanging any type of inappropriate messages with them at all. This is why I don't flirt with anyone online. They could tell me, oh, I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm whatever age above 18. I still don't engage because they could easily just be saying that they're of legal age, but they are actually not. Not like I get messages on the daily like this. I mean, fucking look at me, I'm hideous, so I'm not going to get any messages like that, but I'm just saying, in case it ever does happen, I would not engage, because you could never 100% trust the person you're talking to online. They could easily be making shit up, and I think this should be common sense to most people online, especially public figures, but not to EDP. So if you're one of those people who are like, oh, this isn't a big deal, he asked for her age, so why is this making rounds? Keep this in mind. He obviously asked her age with the intention of pursuing an inappropriate conversation, with the full knowledge that she could have easily been faking being over the age of 18, so clearly he is still a danger here on the internet. He should not be on the internet anymore. He should not have any type of platform anymore, because he is so obviously the same person he was when he was exchanging those sexually charged messages to someone who he thought was a 13-year-old girl. Only difference now being that he is like 0.00001% more careful. He so clearly doesn't give a shit too, because he's still making those videos saying, I'm EDP, I'm the greatest in the world, I have the greatest fan base in the world that will back me up to the day they die. Like, he is so fucking in denial, it is not even funny. I have never seen someone lack so much shame. This is a man whose behavior shows that he has no interest whatsoever in getting the help he needs. He will continue to do this shit. He will continue to try to pursue underage girls without a care in the world until he is someday hopefully behind bars. And I hope to God that that doesn't happen as a result of him doing something highly inappropriate, and I'm sure you know what I'm alluding to a girl that is actually under the age of 18. So please, don't whip up excuses for a child predator, because this only enables that kind of disgusting behavior and gives people like this leeway for whenever they're caught talking to someone who is underage. They could just say they quote-unquote thought they were above the age of 18. If you're about to have a sexually explicit conversation with a complete stranger in private messages, and then you ask them for their age, there's already that seed of doubt that your instinct should follow, because there's a high likelihood that your concerns are legitimate, especially if you're a public figure. This is like the most basic and obvious advice that everyone should follow, but it seems like YouTubers have a really hard time grasping this, because it seems like every fucking week a YouTuber's exposed for creeping on a minor, and it's always the same excuse. Well, I thought they were 18 or over. They told me they were 18 or over. If you have doubts, run the fuck away. Do not engage. This is basic, obvious advice, and I never, ever fucking fall for it whenever a YouTuber or any public figure or anyone in general says, "Oh, I thought they were of legal age." You have zero excuses, and unless you have concrete proof that someone is 18 or over, like say an ID or anything of the sort, then you should not be having these types of conversations with strangers online. Jesus, let me end this video already. Sound like a fucking parent scolding their little kid. Alright, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.